Hey everybody, it's Sally, and this is Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works for Monday. I am the blogger of the day, and the question is, if you could go back and redo the first few months of weight loss surgery life, in hindsight, what would you have done differently? And I put hindsight is 2020, and it sort of is advice for newbies. Well, I have several people that have written me in the last couple of days that are having surgery in the next 2 weeks, and this is a perfect question for a good time. I want to talk about, well, the obvious thing is I wish I had exercised more. Um, I don't think I really understood how important it was, although I do plenty now. But in hindsight, I wish I had done more earlier on. I did walk, but it took me about 3 months to really get into the swing at the gym and apply myself to changing myself into a person who like to exercise and like to move every day. And it's okay. It certainly increased my weight loss the minute I picked it up. So my advice to newbie would be start exercising as soon as you can. Just walk. And after walking, add something else. Um, but exercise is key to your success. You can transform yourself into a person who likes to be mobile and likes to move, just like you can transform yourself into a person who can make better food choices and come to crave healthy foods um, as you reinvent the rest of yourself. So that's a big part of it. Um, in hindsight, I threw up a lot. I wish I was more knowledgeable. Throwing up as often as I did and not being on YouTube, of course, as much as I am now. Um, I mean, the first 3 months, I didn't make videos for like the first 2 months. I just watched and wasn't sure how to even make a video. So I wasn't asking people a lot of questions, but I was sick a lot. And in hindsight, being sick a lot, throwing up a lot, meant I became thiamine deficient. And I would have been more aware and understood and been more careful and would have seen a doctor about it more if I realized what I was doing was that out of the ordinary. I don't think everybody throws up as much in the first early days as I did, which was why, again, transitioned to eating softer foods. I never really got back into solid, heavy animal protein, even to this day, although I can tolerate it now. My tastes have changed quite a lot. Um, Hindsight, the first few months. I wish I'd had someone to say to me, this is such a miraculous tool, and you are about to step forward into the journey of your life. The new you is evolving. The new you begins today. That the first 9 months, let's say, of a gastric bypass or um, some kind of whatever surgery you had, it's like, you lose most of it the first 9 to 10 to 12 months, for me anyway, all of it by 10 months. And that was 120 pounds. It wasn't like 300 or 200, so it takes longer depending, or if you lose faster. I didn't lose very quickly. But it's like being pregnant. If 9 months, it takes 9 months to gestate a new life out of you if you're pregnant. Think of yourself as your own baby. It's going to take 9 to 10 months out of that gastric bypass journey to gestate a whole new person. And the whole time that baby's in there with you, it's changing every day. It's growing every day. Its synapses are connecting. Its cells are dividing. You have to think of yourself, you think of yourself as a fetus. You are forming into a new life form, and you want to follow everything you can to have that life form be whole and healthy and balanced all along the way. And so you want to make the best choices you can. You're committed to the journey because you had the surgery. A baby doesn't half commit. Um, if you're coming, you're coming, and there's no changing. So give yourself completely to this process. Realize you're going to have mood swings in the early days. There's a lot of hormones flooding your system. I didn't know that. They're coming out of your fat cells that are shrinking. That's where we store a lot of hormones. So you're going to have mood swings. You're going to cry. You're going to have body dysmorphia issues as you lose weight quickly. You're going to be frustrated with the scale. There's so many challenges and non-scale victories to work through. I would say to any newbie, give yourself permission to be first for 1 year in your life. Let everyone else's needs become secondary as much as humanly possible. If something gets between you and a healthy food choice, say bye-bye. If something gets between you and an exercise regimen, say, excuse me, I have to put myself first for this short period of time and the next, for the whole of my life. You have to love yourself enough and practice enough self-care to make yourself number one and make this your full-time preoccupation for 9 months to a year, and want it bad enough to follow the rules and monitor your own health. Um, that's what I would say to a newbie. I would also say process, process, process. I spent a lot of internal processing time morphing into the new person that I am today. If you don't take time to sort through your stuff, your addictions, get help if you have them, if you don't learn how to say, I want to be a healthy new thin person, so I'm going to do more exercise or strengthen my muscles or do yoga for balance and peace, um, and make healthy whole food choices, not just less smaller portions of the crap you ate before. Say, you know what, this is like an infant. A whole new body deserves a whole new approach to food and nutrition. I deserve high quality food, so I don't need very much. So let me get the very best quality I can. Let me not eat that processed box of crap that I used to feed everybody, including myself. If the rest of your family wants to eat that, you know what? You'll deal with that later. But for now, make yourself a priority and eat differently than the rest of your family if you need to. That's what I would say to a newbie. Um, but make yourself a priority and process and talk, talk, talk. Get on YouTube and make videos. People will reach out and help you have dialogues about what you're working through. My videos were never, personal videos were never much about how much I was losing as much as what I was struggling with or what was I thinking about differently or a new insight or another way of looking at something. That's that's what I'm all about. So that helps you grow and change. And then those changes can become permanent because you are a different person responding in different ways to different stimuli, to different choices, to different temptations. You're not the person you were. I am not the person I was. And you don't need to be either. You can be a wonderful new form of yourself. And dream big and believe that you're not the only person in the world this will not work for. Don't ever think for a minute it's not going to work for you. I did. But it did. It does. It will work if you work your tool. And that's what I'd have my advice for newbies. You guys have a great day. I'll see you next week.